Ah, ah, ah. Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm excited. I'm a little scared. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. There is a reason. I've never done a panel before. Let alone led one. So this is going to be scary but fun, because when you're scared, that's when you show courage, and I'm trying to show it right now because I am like I am just scared that we might not make it within the allotted time frame. That's what I'm worried about, and I've never done this. So yes, I have a little bit of stage fright. Because I've never done this. I want it to be fun for everybody. I want it to be informative for everybody. That's actually even more important. I want it to be fun for Sally. I obviously want to have fun myself. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I have a little bit of stage fright, but I am excited. Couple of things. A, this will be happening in 20 minutes. Sally and I will be talking about WDC, which is a whale and dolphin conservation, and the Norway for Whales campaign. And you're there. And I love that. And if you're looking for something new to play afterwards, World Ocean Day Steam Sale is live now. I will turn up their hero video as well before we move over to our little panel. Let's watch this beautiful hero video, shall we?
We believe that whales and dolphins have rights. The right to swim where boats don't injure them. The right to swim wild, in clean, natural, noise-free waters. The right to swim free, not to be trapped in fishing nets. The right to be free, not held captive for human entertainment. The right to live, not to be hunted. The right to exist as nature intends, not as humans decide. If you believe in these rights, then you would be right to join us.
Hi, Sally.
Sorry,
Everybody say hi to Sally.
Hello.
Hey, hey. Oh my god, first time doing any of this. I am absolutely excited. I love this. Sally already said, like, she's got experience with it. We're fine. If I fuck up, Sally will fix it.
It's going to be chill and fun, and we're just going to chat about whales and answer any questions, and yeah, just have a nice morning.
I also completely didn't account for the fact that I need to keep you as an active window, because as soon as I tab out, you won't be visible anymore.
Yeah. I get that. I do that all the time when I'm hosting someone in and I accidentally minimize Discord and...
Oh, it happens way too often. Yeah. I feel that. I've been using Discord for some other things before, so it's not a first time. But by the way, hi, how are you? Welcome to this wonderful stream. Welcome to the small community.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. By the way, guys, this was an absolute, like, random decision. I'm just like, wait, that would be fucking amazing. Let's just ask. And Sally then kindly responded, yeah, no, let's see. We can make it work.
Well, you caught me at a good time, because up until World Ocean Day, like the Steam cell, so I'm in charge of like the Steam cell, basically. That's like my main big job for World Ocean Day. And yeah, so up until like launching the Steam cell, I am like out of it, so busy. And so now that it's launched, I'm so chill and relaxed. So it's nice to be here and just, yeah, I feel like my job is done.
Good job on the launch. Good job on the launch.
Yeah,
Also,
a few little hiccups, but we fixed it and it's all good. So yeah, the Steam cell's live, and yeah, very cool to see it. It's our fifth one. we've done this, so
It's
nice
the
to
fifth
see it
time.
growing.
Holy shit. I've only been there since last year. I've only been like with you guys since last year. Love it though. Every time I get to like do something good for whales and dolphins, it make me personally, it makes me happy. Like we've talked about this as well. My first favorite animal was a dolphin. So this fits well. You've also said that while you were still muted and not visible yet. And it's absolutely true. We did smash our goal, and you smashed your goal as well, right? Like the big goal was also reached, and you've also now added a beautiful, beautiful stretch goal.
Yes, yeah, I think we figured out yesterday that it's the fastest the community has reached £1,000 for Wild Ocean Day. So, yeah, really cool.
Look at you. You guys made that. I love that so much. I'm originally always like, okay, we're gonna gun for 10%. So like £100. And we're above £500 with our community now. I'm so proud of my smalls. I am so proud of everybody fundraising in this case, by the way. It's amazing. Oh, holy shit. So hopefully we smash all these goals. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, actually, and about whale and dolphin conservation. I'd love to hear that from your side.
Yeah, definitely. So yes, I'm Sally. I work in the fundraising team at WDC, specifically leading on our Games for Waves team, which is the team that helps raise funds and awareness through gaming, streaming, content creators, games industry, so all of that kind of world. We have a team that's dedicated to working and collaborating with people like yourself and your community to raise vital funds and awareness for protecting whales and dolphins. And WDC is the leading global charity dedicated to protecting whales and dolphins, and we work all around the planet to help whales and dolphins to thrive and protect them from all various threats. And our main kind of like areas of focus are we work to try and prevent accidental harms to whales and dolphins. So that's things like pollution, that's chemical, plastic and noise pollution, climate change, accidental entanglement in fishing gear, vessel strikes, so being hit by boats, offshore industry. So we work with offshore industries to try and make the constructions of like offshore wind farms and stuff being more responsible, because we want to transition away from fossil fuels, but there are, construction issues with offshore wind farms, and so we work with industry to try and do it more responsibly to help protect the ocean. And then on the other side, we work to protect whales and dolphins from deliberate harms, and that is things like hunting and whaling, which is what Wild Ocean Day is all about this year, and also capture for captivity. And the reason why we exist and the reason why we want to protect whales and dolphins, again, two reasons. One is they are epic and cool and amazing, and we love whales and dolphins. They are so intelligent and sentient, and there's so much we can learn from them. They could have languages and dialects, they have culture, they use tools, they can recognize themselves in mirrors. They're so incredibly intelligent and beautiful that they just deserve to swim free in the ocean, regardless of any other benefits they might give to us. But they do also benefit us, because whales and dolphins are vital to the health of the ocean, and the ocean itself is responsible for generating more oxygen and capturing more carbon than all the world's forests combined. And it does that through phytoplankton, which are tiny microscopic plants that float on the surface of the ocean, and they're responsible for generating that oxygen and capturing that carbon. But they are reliant on the nutrients that are cycled around the ocean, and whales and dolphins play a big role in cycling those nutrients. But also with whales, because they're so large, when they die naturally, they sink to the bottom of the ocean. They lock hundreds of tons of carbon away in their bodies at the bottom of the ocean for centuries, and they also help to sustain a unique ecosystem of deep sea creatures at the bottom of this sea that really only exists because of what we call whale falls, whale carcasses falling to the bottom of the sea. And so they sustain life even after death. So whales and dolphins are pretty cool, they're really important, and we're here to protect them.
Definitely. And right now it's specifically the Norway for Whales campaign, right? Protecting these like ocean giants that as you said, and like I just imagine them like while they're alive, they're like kind of a big buzz for some tinier animals as well, sometimes latching onto them, but also like getting all these necessary nutrients across the ocean, and then later on they become a house for some, and like nutrition for those that come after them. It is a beautiful thing, so they definitely need to be protected. So you are currently basically dedicating time to the Norway for Whales campaign, right? To stop whaling, which specifically right now you're talking about Norway because they're the current biggest name in whaling, right? Like biggest country.
So they are one of the three like main commercial whaling nations in the world. So Iceland, Norway, and Japan still do commercial whaling, which is different to like Aboriginal subsistence whaling that you might find in like local Aboriginal communities around Alaska, for example. So this is specifically commercial whaling, where you know, these are industries that are going out to hunt and kill whales to sell their meat for profit. And we've worked with Iceland for a very long time, and we've seen Iceland go from a leading whaling nation to haven't had its licenses renewed for a good few years. There's one company left. We helped kickstart a thriving whale watching industry as a solution to making money off whales without killing them. And the general population of Iceland has swung from majority for whaling to majority against whaling. And we did that through interacting with and engaging with and empowering with local Icelandic people, industries, activist groups.
Oh, basically, you cut out.
Did I? Am I still here?
You did cut out, yes.
Hello. Can you still hear me now?
Yes, you can. We can hear you now. But like, you were talking about like local Icelanders. By the way, props to my favorite country again.
Yeah, so basically empowering local Icelandic people to make that change within their own country, and we've seen that work with Iceland. And so a couple of years ago, we started to do a similar thing with Norway, and that's where we launched our Norway for Whales campaign. And it's very similar. It is working with local Norwegian people, activists, industries, politicians to really start creating like a groundswell of a movement within Norway to change the hearts and minds of the country to eventually hopefully lead to banning commercial whaling. We're kind of at the beginning of our journey with Norway, but we've still made quite a lot of headway already since we started our Norway for Whales campaign. We've seen we poll the nation every year to understand the sentiment around whaling, and it started as 2% of Norwegians ate whale meat regularly, and the most recent poll is now 1%. So although it's like a small change, it's still like 50% change.
Yeah, that is a lot still.
And it's just, there's a lot that we're still trying to do. So like I said, we're at the very beginning of this campaign, but we've got our dedicated campaign coordinator, Lottie, who is Norwegian, and she works for WDC. So she's going to Norway often. She lives in the UK, but she's originally from Norway. And yeah, so it's about, again, empowering Norwegian voices and Norwegian people to want to make that change within their own country, because it's all very well us kind of on the outside saying you shouldn't be doing that, but that's not a very good way to get people to listen to
it's
you.
Kind of more of a thing. Hey, have you ever thought about this? And they were like, well, I don't know. And like, you have resources. Like, it has worked in Iceland. Look at it, and to like constantly like educate the people and make them make their own choices and changes. It's like kind of doing an inception thing. They need to get the idea themselves, and then they can support it.
Yeah. So we've done some really cool stuff in the past where we worked with, there's an activist group called World Saving Hustle based in Norway, and they're all about animal welfare. And we actually ran campaign workshops with them and gave them some funding to basically upskill them in how to run a campaign within their own country, and gave them all the tools and the materials and the information and skills that they need. And then we could take a step back and they could carry on doing what they need to do themselves as Norwegians within their own country. So we're doing stuff like that to really kind of make it a Norwegian-led campaign, which I think is pretty cool.
That is very cool. That's actually very cool. I mean, we talked about that on Friday as well, like Friday before TwitchCon, which was amazing, by the way. It was amazing meeting you. But we've also talked about that. That isn't an easy job to do. So I'm very, very glad that somebody is doing that job, and especially somebody who is passionate and knowledgeable doing that job. Because we, like, as people, we can't know everything. So having somebody willing and ready to educate and spread this awareness and spread this knowledge is very, very good. And I do love, like, that you are also offering alternatives to them. You're not just like, stop this and I don't care what you're doing for your life's income, but you're like, how about move over to like watching whales instead, for example.
Exactly. We're very like, I feel like one thing that I'm really proud about WDC is that we take a really collaborative approach, and it's all about finding mutual solutions to a problem rather than kind of, attacking somebody for doing something that we don't think is right. It's all about, because real change comes from working together and not kind of pushing back at somebody. So yeah, something that I really like about the way WDC works specifically. And we do that across the board, like with fishing industries around entanglement, with tour operators around captivity. It's all about collaboration to make that change. It might be a bit slower, but I feel like it's then a lasting change.
Yeah, it's definitely more fruitful in the end. And I mean, it's like, if you want to grow a garden, if you want to grow a flower, you also need to take time and patience with it. It won't just pop up and be there. So I love that you're dedicating that time. And I mean, you basically already said how you're working towards your goal, but just to like pull an eye onto that, because people that also are able to spend money on a fundraiser probably are also interested about how that is specifically spent, because last year, for example, you were going towards ghost gear and getting that out of the ocean, which I absolutely love. And we actually took a moment yesterday to look at the recap and also look at what was funded with the money that we basically funded under your name. And it's amazing what you did, like having divers go down, basically like spending all that money for the gear that needs to be spent and for the time and the hours that need to be spent, the manpower that needs to be spent to like literally try and remove these issues out of the ocean bit by bit, and all these traps basically. And it's like, oftentimes it's not only the ocean itself, it's also everything that is around the ocean, living off the ocean, that is a problem, or like that is dragged into the problem here. Like last year, for example, with the ghost gear, it was birds as well that build their nests with the gear, and that can end very badly with them. Like they will fish it out of the ocean because it's like somewhere. And right now it's basically the same, right? If we have less whales, we have less big buses that are touring around the ocean for ocean life, basically, and we have less of these homes that sink to the ground. But also, how exactly, like, what exactly are the funds for? Like, how are you utilizing the specific funds? In which direction does that go?
So the money raised from World Ocean Day this year will it'll go to kind of various places. So some of it will go to our general work across the globe to kind of keep WDC running as an organization and help with our ongoing global projects. But then specifically, we're looking to put money towards our Norway for Whales campaign, and that is really getting Lottie out there, continuing what she's doing. So she is going to Norway quite regularly to meet with whale watching companies to try and start. We want to create like a coalition of whale watching companies, like what we did in Iceland, to really grow that industry as a solution to whaling, because you can make so much more money off living whales from tourism than you can killing it once and selling it once for meat. We also are looking at, we want to expose more of the welfare abuses that the actions of actually hunting whales is a really, so like maybe a trigger warning. I'm going to talk a little bit about how whales are hunted, because it's not good. It's not, there is no humane way to kill a whale at sea. The traditional way of commercially killing whales is using grenade tips, exploding harpoons, which sounds like something from a video game, to be honest. It's insane that that's what they do in real life. So the idea is that the harpoon's supposed to be shot into the back of the whale's neck to instantly kill the whale. But that's just not possible. If you imagine the boat's moving, the sea's moving, the whale's moving, accuracy is always going to be so low. And we are working on a report actually about accuracy. And I think it's something like 1.3 harpoons per whale. So it's very often more than one harpoon is used to kill a whale, and they can take up to 25 minutes for a whale to die. And quite often, and although they're not supposed to, quite often it's pregnant whales that are targeted and killed because they're slower, so they're at the back of the pod and it's slower for them to escape. So the welfare abuses alone should be a reason to stop whaling, because there's just no humane way to kill a whale. And if you remember how intelligent and sentient they are, they know what's happening to them or their family members, and they're witnessing that and the trauma that could give to them. It's just horrible. And so we're looking to expose welfare abuses. So we've done quite a lot in the past with like myth busting as well. So there's a lot of misinformation that's shared by the whaling industry about how whales are, it's a sustainable practice because by removing whales from the ocean, it's actually going to help increase fish stocks, which is not the case. Whales actually help increase fish stocks through the nutrient cycling I mentioned. But also the whales that are being targeted are minke whales, and they are baleen whales. They're filter feeders. They're not eating fish, they're eating krill, so they're not taking the fish away from the fishers. So there's a lot of misinformation is shared by the whaling industry to try and kind of justify what they're doing. We want to work with more young activists and groups within Norway to again keep growing that movement within Norway, and we're constantly polling the nation as well. So money from World Ocean Day will be allowing us to continue doing all of these steps to basically want to bring that 1% to zero of people who eat whale meat, and we want to reduce the percentage of Norwegians who think that whaling should continue. And obviously, when the population is thoroughly against whaling, that will influence like political decisions and legislation within the country as well. So that's what the money is going towards.
Fair. I guess that has like really just a personal part, and maybe also setting like righting these wrongs and like getting ahead of the misinformation spread by the industry that obviously wants to kind of save itself. I mean, not to play devil's advocate here, but I do understand why they would spread that information to make people feel like they're not doing something bad. The thing is, I can imagine that is hard, right? What would you say was so far the hardest thing to work against when like trying to make these changes, and also trying to make the people of Norway, for example, face these changes and change their minds?
So I asked Lottie this question because she's the one doing the work. So I thought it'd be good to get a first person account of the person who's actually doing this work. So I'll read out what she said. So she said to me, the hardest part is probably the slow pace of change. Despite years of evidence around animal welfare concerns, declining demand for whale meat, and growing international opposition, whales are still being killed every year. Misinformation is still spread politically. The industry is often defended as a sustainable industry needed to create less pressure on fisheries, which can make progress slow and frustrating. We know that more whales lead to more productive oceans and more fish. It is also challenging to keep attention on the issue. Whaling involves a relatively small number of people. It's not a topic a lot of Norwegians know much about, so it doesn't always receive the same level of public or media focus, even though it raises serious welfare, ethical and conservation concerns. But what has been encouraging is that the industry's position seems increasingly difficult to justify. Whale meat consumption continues to decline. More questions are being asked about how whale products are marketed and used, and there's growing scrutiny of welfare standards during the hunt. I've also seen increasing interest from scientists, tourism operators and members of the public who want to better understand what's really happening and talk about it. There are still significant challenges.
Sorry. Please continue in a moment, where we currently have a wonderful rate coming in, and that is holy shit. And we also got a donation coming in. Thank you so much.
Oh,
thank you so much for donating for a good cause. I will check it out in a moment, because if I tap out, she will be gone. But thank you so much. Holy shit, wait! Who of you did it again? Who of you did it again? I need to add another stretch goal. We just reached our stretch goal again. That means I can currently not see it because it's so small, but that means we're at £750 at least for the small community. That is
Thank you so
insane.
much.
Good job. Good job. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the support, guys. I appreciate it. We will like continue to read that moment in like that thing in a moment, but also welcome in Crystal. Hi, Kid. Hi, Crystal. Thank you so much for raiding and bringing your wonderful people to this little panel of ours. We are talking about whale and dolphin conservation and a Norway for Whales campaign, which means we are talking about making Norway understand that whaling is not the future, but instead maybe watching protecting whales instead. And we are currently talking about the very thing that has been specifically hard in making these people see and like see a reason for change. But also thank you for the stream streaks, Velia. Thank you for the stream streak, Chemical, for 40 streams. I love that. And welcome in, Kid. Welcome in, Crystal. Thank you for the boots and kits and boots and kits and boots and kits and the Paladin raid. I appreciate you. You were dating everything. I hope that was amazing. I hope you had an amazing time. Holy shit. Thank you so much for bringing your people over. Please let me know how your stream went. Also, for those of you that are new, I am Ylfa, also called ylfasmoll, my friendly neighborhood foxy that happens to be the universe, and I'm a variety streamer. And currently raising funds for this beautiful reason that we've just named, together with Whale and Dolphin Conservation, WDC, from which we have a guest today. Say hi, Sally.
Hello.
And Sally is currently helping us get a little bit of education in. We're having a little panel, and you will be able to ask on questions in a couple of minutes as well, if you have questions. We've already had a moment of like, wait, the whaling industry is really actually still a thing. Like, chat actually had a moment of that, and there is no good reason. Like, we're already absolutely agreeing on that. And yes, absolute Giga Chads. Thank you so much for donating. I appreciate you. I will add the time for it as well, because every donation adds double its value in time on the clock.
Wow.
I'm doing this during my subathon. I didn't expect to still have a subathon now. But I'm like, you know what? That's the biggest thing that I can offer you guys. I can offer you more time that I spend into it. So, yeah. Please continue reading. Sorry for stopping you there.
No worries, no worries. It's a great reason to stop. You know, we want to celebrate and give time for the people that are supporting what we're talking about. So thank you so much for the donation. And yeah, I'll start from the beginning of that second bit where
perfect.
Lottie moved on to what's more encouraging. So
thank you.
What has been encouraging is that the industry's position seems increasingly difficult to justify. Whale meat consumption continues to decline. More questions are being asked about how whale products are marketed and used, and there's growing scrutiny of welfare standards during the hunt. I've also seen increasing interest from scientists, tourism operators, and members of the public who want to better understand what's really happening and talk about it. There are still significant challenges ahead, but there are signs that the conversation around whaling is changing, and that creates opportunities to push for meaningful change. So that was a direct from Lottie answer to that last question, because I thought it sounds better coming directly from her than me. So
no, that is fair. Thank you so much for relaying the question to Lottie, and thanks to Lottie, whenever she'll maybe see this or not, but please relay my thanks as well for answering that, because that is very, very helpful to know. And I mean, she's in the thick of things. Lottie actually the person on the hero video that was also targeted towards streamers? Oh my god, because we watched that yesterday, and I'm like, some of you guys in chat are streamers. By the way, you can join my team in raising funds. You can do that. I've posted it in my news channel and Discord. I know you guys on my news channel and Discord as well. So if you want to help me raise funds for whale and dolphin conservation, you can do that as well. You can join the team. You can join the small team. So, but also if you can't be such a Giga Chat smashing our goals right now, like holy shit. But if you don't have the opportunity to add money, like surely you can also sit here. Just you being here, taking in this information is very, very helpful, because you can help spread information. You can help spread correct information as such, battle misinformation. But what else? Like, how would you describe what we can do if we don't have money to spend? And maybe if we even aren't streamers and aren't able to like fundraise, because if you're a streamer, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, I mean, like you kind of just said it, awareness, education is so valuable and so important. The more people we can get knowing about this and talking about it, you could inspire somebody else to give a donation. So just talking about it, follow WDC on our social media. You can join our Games for Waves community. We have a Discord server to learn more about what we're doing. And yeah, just sharing and spreading the word is a really good way to get involved, show your support, and not necessarily having to give yourself, because we appreciate that not everyone is in a position to be able to donate all the time. And
so follow Games for Waves as well. That is also a beautiful way to do this. Follow them, show up in their streams if you can, like support them with a lurk otherwise, because number go up makes Twitch think that it is a much more important topic, and then Twitch may have an easier time pushing it to other people. Right? So that is definitely also a thing that you can do. I just shouted out Games for Waves real quick because, it's the easiest thing I can do right now, but you will also be able to find WDC, Whale and Dolphin Conservation, as well as Games for Waves on social media. So you can also go on social media, go into your favorite social media platform if you use any, follow them, like their stuff, share their videos maybe. That is a definite possibility.
So we're at Wales.org on all social media for the main charity accounts, and then at Games for Waves across all social media for Games for Waves. So very easy. And obviously, check out our website, and we've got like a whole species guide and information about all the different projects that we work on to just learn more about whales and dolphins and what we're trying to do to protect them.
Okay, I actually want to share that real quick. You will... I need a tab out for that. Don't worry. No, don't scream. It's fine. Sally's still there. Don't worry. No panic. It's okay. Don't worry.
I'm still here.
Stop panicking. It's fine. And almost back. There we go. No, stop screaming. But I've also, I've linked the directly the link to our gold Stop Whaling Norway for Whales. That is another site, very well made, that you can find all information on as well, beautifully compressed and necessary links, important links as well. So maybe check out that site. I'm allowed to spam in my own stream, right? Where's Sally? Sally's back, don't worry, okay. There's always a slight delay, so that's fine. But, okay, so if you guys have any questions, you can still ask them right now. We've actually went well with the time, right? I was scared that it might take too much time, because obviously this is a topic that one could talk for ages over, because it is just that important, right? But chat, feel free to ask your questions. I mean, technically we had another question earlier with the reactions to it. I love the reactions, by the way. Mouse immediately, commercial whaling still exists. What the fuck? Why? I mean, it also still exists in Japan, right? Yes. But it is much less.
So yeah, Norway is the deadliest hunt in the world. They kill more whales than Japan and Iceland combined. But it's similar issues with Japan in terms of not very many Japanese people eat whale meat. It tends to get targeted towards tourism. Japanese whaling is quite closely linked to the captivity industry, where a lot of Japanese whalers find that it's more lucrative, more profitable to actually capture whales and dolphins alive to sell on to countries like China, for example, who want to put a whale or dolphin on display in an aquarium. So Japan's actually kind of changing a little bit of their goals with their hunting, because they're doing more live captures as well.
Well,
so it's not over into the captivity industry a little bit there.
It's one evil in exchange for another in a way. But maybe, just maybe, if we can get Norway to change their whales, given the fact that they are such a leader in there. Thank you so much for donating more. Whale out there. Holy shit. Thank you so much. I will check the donations in a bit, because I cannot tap out. You guys know what happens when I tap out. Sally is gone. Everybody panics. Come on, Japan, pick up your stuff and stop hunting whales, right? Right? And maybe also stop live capturing them and selling them so they can be seen in like way too small areas, because obviously they are used to the ocean, and you can physically not build an aquarium big enough to replace the ocean. So I'm all for like short-term nourishing them again if they need help, if they actually need help, but most of the time I would say that is like a very rare occurrence. I would say most of the time just leave them be and they won't need our help. Like, that is an ecosystem that works. I mean, I'm generally somebody, like, ideally have the animals free where they are, but I also own 2 snakes, which if I would let them out over here, that would literally be animal abuse. So they're not meant to be in this area, but they're basically rescues. So that is just a thing. Like, keep them where they are, keep them safe where they are. But maybe, just maybe, if that leading name, that leading country in whale hunting sees that they need to change their ways, maybe that can just also inspire other countries that are still doing it, or countries that were thinking of starting it, because that is also always like a scary possibility, right? That other countries that are in similar situations and could potentially, that they're like, oh no, wait, that's actually lucrative. It should not be. So if they change their whales,
change their whales,
yes.
change their ways.
If they change their ways, accidental pun, that might actually help make much bigger waves across the world. And I mean, we are a blue planet. Most of our planet is water, right?
Yeah, it's like 71%
Yeah.
water.
Plus humans are also, like, we consist of a fuck ton of water. Most of us is also water. So maybe just keep our ocean safe. That is, I love the cause. I love the cause so much. But yeah, I feel like we were able to get like a lot of information across. Maybe some heads are still full of, oh, holy shit. But we're definitely, we're glad to have you here. Thank you so much for having been here. I appreciate you. And thank you for spending time.
I appreciate you and your community. I mean, you've already raised a huge amount of money already. Yeah. Thank you so much.
I can check it out, actually. Don't be scared. She will be gone for a second. Don't worry, she's still there.
I'm still here.
Absolute panic. Okay, let me actually reload the site. Chemical, thank you for 240 pounds. And Anonymous, I know who you are. I feel like I know who you are, but I'm not gonna say it. Anonymous, thank you for 100 pounds as well. Like, holy shit. We've reached
2009 pounds overall.
Wait, we matched your goal as well? Holy shit!
Yeah. We're gonna have to
850. I love it so much. Holy shit.
Thank you so much, everyone. Honestly, every pound, every penny is going to make a huge difference to whales and dolphins all around the world. And also, just by watching and learning and sharing what you learn with anyone that you know is a huge help as well. So anyone can get involved and support the whales and the dolphins.
Heck yeah! Thank you so much for doing that, and thank you so much for being here. See, it's always beautiful to do these things. It was my first panel ever. Thank you so much for indulging me.
No worries. And was it chill? Was it chill and nice?
It was fun. It was fun. It was amazing. Like, honestly, it was more excitement than fear, but like, it crosses over into each other and then you don't know what it is. But yeah. Looking forward to the rest of the festival. May it go well, World Ocean Day Festival. Guys, remember, there is a Steam sale. You can just look into my About section, click on the picture that I've put in there, click on the Steam sale info, and you will get right into the Steam sale. There are a lot of games there. Not all games are only about oceans, right? That's actually kind of neat. So if people are like, I don't care about ocean games, well, that might be just the game that you need. Just the game that you had on your wish list and were about, like, thinking about buying it whenever it comes in sale. It might be now. Yeah. And like, you get a portion of the sales from the Steam sale as well, right?
Yeah, so the developers and publishers who have all joined very generously donating they've either given us a donation or they are donating a percentage of their revenue from the sale to WDC. So.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah, very cool.
That is perfect. So you can do even more good things by buying games. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much. It has actually come to an end. Thank you for spending half an hour with us. Technically,
Thank
actually,
you for
even
having
40
me.
minutes with me.
It's okay. Thank you so much for having me.
And
And yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your stream.
thank you. I think I will. We will play some motion games. Obviously, we have to now.
Yes.
And yeah, I'll see you around, maybe in chat, or maybe on Games for Ways, right? Do you stream on Games for Ways as well?
Yeah, so we're going to be, Games for Ways will be live again on Monday, and I'm actually, so me and Lottie are actually going to be guesting on Mcroft's stream on Wednesday. So yes, Mcroft Play 7, she's an amazing body painter, and she's a WDC
I think
ambassador.
I've seen pictures. Oh my god.
Yeah, she's incredible. So yeah, we both me
How
and
do I
Lottie
write the name?
I'll type it in Discord.
Yes, please.
Mcroft07.
Well, can you actually type it into the Twitch chat? Because if you type it in Discord, I have to tab out again, and then you're gone. And then we all panic. Excuse to buy games need, right?
There you go.
Okay, so let me give a shout out to Mcroft because I've seen images.
Yeah, she's a WDC ambassador. She's an incredible artist.
I love that.
She loves everything to do with Tomb Raider. And
that explains the name.
She's very cool.
Extreme makeup athlete. I love that. Okay, so we will see you Wednesday then at Mcroft stream, I'd say. Yeah. I'll try to be there as well. Unless I'm streaming myself, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll just stop by and I will stream their stream. I will stream her stream.
Yeah. So we've got a little schedule pinned to the top of our X account, and I believe Bluesky as well. We've posted our schedule around, so you can kind of check out the dates and the times and stuff. But yeah, we'll be live a few times over the next week.
Perfect. So as chat said it, as Alex in chat said it very fittingly, thank you for the talk. It was very informative. And yeah, I'll see you around. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Hey, thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. And thank you so much to Zelex90 and Westmake87 for supporting me on Ko-fi to make these videos happen. And you can also support further videos coming up and see your name here in the credits. Just hit the link in the description and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye!